right now is actually an exceptionally dangerous time in the South China Sea. China has begun making moves towards building another one of their man-made islands about 140 nautical miles off the coast of Manila in the Philippines. And why that's important is 140 nautical miles is not that far, and it's well within range of counter-air batteries. So with U.S. warplanes and troops in the area, if the U.S. planes were taking off from the Philippines, you'd be able to shoot. You could be able to conceivably shoot down U.S. airplanes taking off from the Philippines from Scarborough Shoal. It's also within the Philippines Economic Exclusion Zone, which is a 200 nautical mile border outside the beach from any country shoreline. The conflict in the South China Sea is really the result of centuries of tensions between China and its neighbors, the Philippines, Vietnam, Singapore. But today's tensions come from a document that was submitted by China to the UN in 2009 that's called the 9-Line document. And what it showed is this map from 1947 that China shows or claims that they own virtually all of the South China Sea, that they have exclusive economic rights to the oil, the fisheries, and all the resources that the South China Sea has. They see it very much as their territorial waters. So the Chinese have been very aggressive in the last few years pursuing those claims since 2009. And just recently they've begun building islands on these coral reefs and rocky outcroppings and atolls that just sit in the middle of the body of water, and specifically we're looking at the Spratly Island chain. And so from a military aspect, I think you're going to see a lot more military-to-military relationships being forged and built in the region as a kind of an offset to this more expansive, more assertive China in the South China Sea. From a diplomatic aspect, I think my sources are telling me, and what would just make sense, I think that the United States and its neighbors are going to be doing a full court diplomatic press to try and get China to step back a little bit from this very aggressive stance that they're taking in the South China Sea. Clearly China is our number one trading partner. They're a rising superpower, really an economic powerhouse despite some recent setbacks. The last thing that anybody would want would be some kind of global conflict that would drag down the economy and really set the world on fire in a lot of ways. So I think that's really what everybody's pushing to avoid is some kind of military conflict.